The push-through monkey. It's an intermediate exercise, and we do 3 repetitions. It has a goal of stretching the entire posterior chain, and it helps to improve the articulation pattern. This is great for tight students. The equipment setup is pretty important, and I want you to pay attention because this is a mandatory safety issue. You must do it in this order, or it's an automatic fail. I hate to scare you. So we make sure that we bring down the push-through bar. And I'm going to have Emily just watch. A student can help you. They can learn to do this. And in a class, for sure, they'll do it. And then I need to attach the safety chain. So this is the safety chain. And I unhook it. I bring it down. And I attach the safety chain to the top, not the bottom. I don't want to put it down here and have it all wrapped. But I bring it around the top. I make sure there are no kinks in the chain. And then I just finger tighten this so it's nice and loose. I don't want to crank it down and tighten it up. And then I come around the back to the tower springs. And there are 2 tower springs. And on one side of the tower spring is this carabiner clip. That's the side that I want to attach. And I attach it to the underside, to that bottom clip. And again, finger tighten that. Now, the monkey's a fun exercise for flexible people. Tighter people, well, they need it, but they might not like it so much. And when we introduce it, we can pull up a short box to the back, and then I, the teacher, come around to this side. I'm going to ask Emily to come down, and I'm going to lift this out of her way so she can come under it without hitting her head. And then she reaches back to the poles and pulls herself back like an auto mechanic until her hips are under the push-through bar. So just keep going, Emily. Keep going. She goes, I'm glad that box is there. And then now that she's under the bar with the hips, she's ready to go. She brings her hands up with the thumb opposing. She pushes the bar up, brings her chin to her chest, brings her knees through, and takes her feet into Pilates stance, getting them on the bar. There we go. Now, she's set up and ready to go, and she can pull the bar into herself to give herself a little stretch. And then from the powerhouse, she lifts up, heel to seat, and she pulls her torso close to her legs. She brings her head in, reaches up strongly, and she points the toes, lifting up higher, and then flexes the feet, and then reluctantly brings the tail under, peels herself back onto the mat, and then every time we do this, we work for a little bigger stretch. Once she's down here, she can pull 1, 2, 3, lift up, precision point. She's not hanging from her arms. She's not hanging back. She's trying to pull this together and really lift up. She points and flexes, and she can bend her elbows and really lift into that, and then again reluctantly pull the tail under to come down. I'm going to have her rest there for a minute with her head down. Go ahead, Emily, and just talk about this exercise. So we want to let it kind of grow and blossom, and every repetition gets a little bit deeper. Tight students are going to struggle just to get up there, and more flexible students can bend their elbows, bring it back, and they really lift, and they try to close their torso right against their legs. And it's a beautiful feel-good thing. Once a student knows it, go ahead and come up. I can remove this box and get it out of there. She can do one last repetition, pulling 2, 3, lift up, and bend your elbows, lift even higher, and then she reluctantly comes down, and she can take a little counter stretch by arching back and then coming up. I'm going to put the box under here for a minute so we can talk about common errors. Go ahead and put your head back. Common errors are really hanging in the back, hanging in the upper back, and just hanging from the arms, sort of like a very lazy monkey, or pushing up without control. So she would just go up, and you can see her hanging back here away, hanging in the arms and in the joints, and there is no lift up. And then to come down, she would just bend down, and there would really be no patterning of the articulation there. This is a beautiful exercise when done properly, and it's smooth and even. You don't want to rush this because we really want to be able to grow the stretch. Make sure that at the top, you have alignment from the feet to the knees all the way down through the hips. So let's look at it one more time and I'll show a nice spot for it. She presses, pull it in first for your stretch. Now, this is one place I can give a stretch. I can give a little 1, 2, 3, pushing down to decompress the spine. And then as she lifts up, I can come around and pull her together, guiding her into a bigger stretch. And then as the tail comes under, she comes all the way back down. To come out of this exercise, I can assist her. She can take her hands and then bring her feet down and slide right out like an auto mechanic, pushing yourself out to be free. But we're not done, so I'm going to bring her back under because I want to show building block. Go ahead and just rest here for a minute. This is a big exercise, and your student needs to have a sufficient amount of flexibility at the hip and in the low back to really be able to go into this exercise. You'll have students that have bigger bellies, and they really can't get into this position. I've had students that they see it, oh, I want to learn that exercise, and they're not ready for it. And so what do we say? It's the monkey. This is not monkey see, monkey do. They've got to earn their exercises. So maybe you have a tighter student, and one solution is to have them do the one-legged monkey. So thumb under, it looks just the same. She pulls up, brings the head up, but she's only going to put one foot up here. This leg can be bent or ideally extended for a better stretch, and she does the exercise pressing up to the best of her ability. If she was tighter or wants a variation, go ahead, you can straighten your leg, but maybe she couldn't, and she can still do the point, the flex, lift up, and roll down. And then after her reps, she would change legs. But if she was a tighter body, it wouldn't really look like that. She would come up, and that leg might really only go up here, so go ahead and come down. And now that she's finished with the monkey, I lift the bar up. She pushes herself out with control. I hold the bar out of the way. And we have one final exercise, and that's to put the equipment away properly. And so just like we did earlier, we leave the safety chain in place, we come around to the back, and we remove the spring with the safety chain in place. And now we move the safety chain out of the way. If we were smart and we made it finger tight, it's not going to be stuck there. So we bring it all the way off. We can store the safety chain up above, lift up the push-through bar, and secure it away. Don't leave the push-through bars hanging down in your studio. It's a safety hazard, and that wraps up our Cadillac Level 1.